This movie is not related to the first one at all, but they still get themselves into a really bad situation. Let's do it. 47 meters down, Uncaged opens up with this girl, Mia, being bullied and thrown into a pool at her school. Turns out Mia and her stepsister Sasha just moved here and they don't really get along. His dad and Sasha's stepdad, Grant, decides that he wants the two of them to bond, so he books them for this glass bottom boat ride that weekend. This boat specifically goes to this feeding location of these great white sharks. It turns out Grant recently discovered this underwater Mayan city. He's working on it this weekend because he and his colleagues have a group of archaeologists coming in to look at it. When he was down there last, he found a shark tooth and he gives it to Mia to keep. So Mia and Sasha get to where the boat ride is leaving from, and Mia sees that her bullies are going on it as well. And Sasha's friends Alexa and Nicole pull up and they're like, yeah, fuck this. We're gonna go do something cooler. And Sasha convinces Mia to come with them. So they end up going to this secret lagoon that Alexa knows about because Ben, who works for Mia's father, showed it to her. They're swimming, having a great time, when Alexa tells them the entrance to the Mayan city is actually right here. Ben took me in before, it's really cool. And of course, the girls decide that it would be a great idea to go down there and check it out. There's some scuba equipment that Grant and his team leaves nearby, so they gear up and they go in. They're looking around, it's super cool, and Nicole sees this fish that she follows because they didn't think that fish could get down here, and we can see that the fish is completely blind, it's evolved. As Nicole approaches this fish, it snaps at her and she gets startled, and she jerks back and hits the monument and everything collapses. The girls get separated because of all the silt that kicked up in the collapse. Mia and Alexa are startled when they run into Ben, who's down there working with Mia's father. They're panicking. He has a guideline with them, so he's like, don't worry, we'll just go back, it's fine. But as he's saying this, mid-sentence, he is devoured by this great white shark. The girls find each other and the shark chases them into this tunnel, and as it's trying to get at them, it causes the tunnel to collapse. So now the girls are trapped, and the only way to get out is to try and go back into the Mayan city where the sharks are because they know there's another entrance. Because that's the entrance that Grant said he was working on today, they just don't know where it is. When Mia saw the shark, she noticed that it looked like this, so it's blind because it's evolved down here in the darkness. We just gotta not attract attention. So they go back into the city and they find the guideline that Ben had and they start just going deeper and deeper into the caves. Eventually they reach this little air pocket where they stay for a minute because they're also rapidly running out of air. And Mia thinks that she hears music in the distance, so she decides to swim towards it as the others stay and wait. We cut to where that is, and we see Carl, who works with Grant, working on something in the cave. He hears something and goes to see where it came from, and when he does, he is also attacked and killed by a shark. Mia gets there and sees Carl's body and starts panicking, but ultimately her father finds her. They reunite with the rest of the group, and Grant is like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. They get to this other lagoon where Grant has this rope down with a pulley system, and that's how he gets in and out of this area. So they think they're safe, and Alexa starts to go up first when suddenly two sharks start circling below them. So Nicole, in a panic, jumps on the rope with Alexa, and it's not meant to handle this much weight. So we see it start to come loose, and eventually it completely lets go and drops Alexa back into the water. Nicole was high enough up where she is able to grab onto the edge of the cliff, but a rock gives out and she falls right back directly into the water on top of one of the sharks. And the two sharks proceed to just literally bite her in half and devour her. So the sharks leave, everybody's panicked, and Grant is like, listen, the only way we're gonna get out of here is if we swim back into the cave and find another exit that leads out into the ocean because I know that there is one. The girls are panicking, he's trying to calm them down and be like, we can do this, I believe in you. And yep, you guessed it, mid-inspirational speech, a shark jumps up and eats him. Mia, Sasha, and Alexa are obviously freaking out and they're like, we have to go back in, we don't have another choice and we can't just wait here. They go back down into the cave to a different area and they find this really strong current. This current pulls Sasha in and they think she dies. Mia and Alexa manage to make it around this current and get to this other opening, but as Alexa goes into it, a shark bites at her air tank, which causes her to take it off in a panic, and she ends up drowning and dying. So Mia has no choice but to continue on, and eventually she runs into Sasha. She's still alive. They find this other tunnel, and Mia thinks that she sees daylight, so they start to swim towards it, and it starts narrowing. They manage to get into this space as a shark is trying to bite at them. Eventually, the space narrows too much, and they are forced to take off their air tanks to get through the rest of it. They make a break for it and they make it. They surface in the ocean and they see a boat in the distance, so they start to call for it and swim towards it. As they're swimming towards it, they see that they are chumming the water because this is the glass bottom boat that they were supposed to be on that is going to look at the feeding area of great white sharks. And that's the territory that they just wandered into. Mia makes it onto the boat, but a shark jumps up and grabs Sasha and pulls her under. Mia takes a flare gun and jumps back into the water and shoots this shark with it, which makes it let Sasha go. Sasha gets to the boat, and as Mia's climbing up, this time it's her turn to be dragged under by a shark. Mia pulls out that shark tooth that her dad had given her earlier that she has on her and stabs it in the eye, and it lets her go. Mia makes it onto the boat. Her and Sasha made it. The crew tends to their wounds. And yeah, this picture makes it look like they're going to kiss, but no, they're just very relieved and they survived, and the movie ends.